Something I can see turning out of that black hole, two luminous discs. The eyes, it might be a face, might be almost but heavens, something wriggling out of the shadow like a gray snake. Now it's another one, and another one, and another one. They look like tentacles to me. Oh, yeah, I can see the thing's body now. It's large as a bear. It glistens like wet leather, but that face, ladies and gentlemen, it's indescribable. I can hardly force myself to keep looking at it. It's so awful. The eyes are black, and they gleam like a serpent. The mouth is kind of V-shaped with saliva dripping from its rimless lips that seem to, quiver and pulsate.
You head down one of the hallways where the sign points toward the forward pool. It is a similar stretch of carpet until it becomes a stretch of tile. The hall is increasingly darker. The lights beyond have not yet been flicked on, it looks like. And eventually you come face to face with one of those velvet line dividers that is stretched across the queue. Excuse me, that is stretched across the hall.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I duck under it.
Oh, rebel.
Yeah, I will follow Saint, I suppose.
Yeah.
I do it without even thinking about it. Like as if it were never there.
Yeah.
Jules isn't that short.
I don't even have to work very hard to do it. I like...
Jules is a fucking flip. Like standing backflip. It's crazy. We all
walk in here.
Hey.
Me at the rope.
Anyway.
As you continue to walk down this hallway, somebody roll notice for me.
My notice is only at a +1.
I do not have it.
Oh, mine is a +2.
Excellent.
I, Ezra, have apparently a bad notice because I just forgot how to read my own goddamn character sheet. It's fine. Okay. So I'm still using D6s because I still haven't caved and given old Jeff B enough of my money to get fake dice.
Yeah.
So
I'm just using a website.
Oh, nice. So it's 1 to 2 is a fail, 3 to 4 is a neutral, 5 to 6 is a success. Which is, fortunately, the same as Shadowrun.
Oh, nice.
I got an average result.
So I have rolled... Shit.
Well, don't be so hard on yourself.
I forgot how to... Nope, I have rolled blue screen. Hang on. So I rolled 1 success, 2 neutral, 1 fail, which means I rolled flat. So it's a 2. I rolled a 2.
I got a 1.
Get there eventually.
Oh. Yeah, do you want us all to roll, or do you just said one of us?
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter. Any one of you could have rolled it.
Okay, I wasn't sure what I'd roll to.
Z, what did you get?
2.
Nick?
1.
Boy.
Considering that I have nothing to add to it, I think that's pretty
I rolled a 3.
I just rolled like balls, so, you know.
Sure. As the three of you then proceed down this hallway, you'll notice the sound gets far more echoey. It is the kind of classic sound that you hear when you are around kind of the cavernous area of a swimming pool. There's like a certain type of echo that reflects off of those tile walls that is subdued by the water in the middle. In addition to that, you notice the atmosphere around you getting sharply colder. You are still wandering into the dark, although I will say that there are emergency strips of light at the bottom of the floor, not unlike what you would see on an airplane.
Oh, did any of us bring our flashlights?
I always have my flashlight.
Okay, I think I left my flashlight in my bag, probably. So I have it. It's just back in my hotel room. Well, I'll have my phone flashlight out then. If it's dark, I didn't realize it was dark.
That's sort of my never go anywhere without a flashlight thing.
Yeah. Alistair, if you're holding your phone for video, do you want to hand me the flashlight then?
Yeah, I definitely like pull out the flashlight and kind of look at Saint to be like, should I turn it on? Realize that I'm holding my phone as a camera, and I will. Yeah, if you reach out for it, I will hold it. I will hand it to you.
Cool. I assumed I was walking in the front just because, like, this is my zone.
That makes sense.
So I've got the flashlight. I've got a flashlight on.
Okay.
So we don't slip and fall into a pool.
The first man who decided he was going to put a pool in a ship must have seemed like a madman.
Oh, Greg. Oh, Greg and his crazy ideas, and here we are on a boat near a pool.
You continue to wander down this hallway that is primarily made of pale blue tile floors and kind of a pale blue tile wall up to about waist height, beyond which it takes on a similar material, a wooden material, to the rest of the hallways that you see. It is truly an ugly as hell color combination, and that is perhaps the greatest haunt here. But you go down a ways, the echoey quality intensifies until you eventually come into a large rectangular room that is exactly what you would picture it. There is a large empty pool in the center of the room. There are a couple of those kind of ladders that allow people to lower themselves down into the pool. Those are made of the same brass as the handrails in the hallways. This place has a distinct antiquated feel, but the room is primarily empty. Even with your flashlights, those emergency strips are doing quite a bit of work. There are clear kind of paths off to the left and the right, which you think might lead into changing rooms. But you're in a pretty large space. This is a Olympic-sized pool.
Damn. Okay.
Maybe a little smaller than that.
Still pretty big.
Truly think in like an indoor swimming center, like at a community
center. Okay.
But
several decades old. Me as to the exact content of the video that we saw of this haunting.
Well, sure. You could even pull it up again.
I will go ahead and I'm going to pull it up and I'm going to try to see if, now that I'm in the space, triangulate where the video was taken from.
Sure. You watch the video again and you see kind of the same hallway that you have just come out of. Now that you are getting a second glance at the video and you have been through these surroundings yourself, you recognize the tile on the wall that you did not know would have been there already. You have indeed just come out of the same passage that the video seems to have taken place in. The kind of hovering horizontal oval shape, this weird kind of oblong ball of light would have absolutely materialized in this very room.
Okay, and so the video was taken from the hallway looking into the room in which we are now standing?
Yes.
Okay.
A room that I presume you have stepped further into than the video ever did.
I would say yes, that's true. I'm going to double back and kind of just stand where the video was taken from and just kind of do a little mental surveying, trying to kind of get an idea of was the shape floating like in the empty pool at where the water line would be, above where the water line would be, kind of just trying to put it in, now that I have physical context, kind of try to get a better idea of maybe what is going on in that video or how it fits into the space.
Sure.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, in order to be seen from the video camera, the thing would have had to have been floating above the line of the pool,
Okay,
above the surface, I should say.
sure. That's kind of what I was wondering about. And I will point this out to my compatriots.
So, so it's like, and then Saint gestures to like above the pool area. So it's like it was like here, like actually above the pool itself.
Looks like it.
Okay. When I like go towards the edge and kind of like put my hand out, does it feel colder over there than it? Like I know it's colder as we got closer, but is it particularly cold or?
Yes.
Okay. And I don't see anything currently, right?
No. You are in an empty and dark room.
Okay.
The only abnormalities are your flashlights.
I turn my flashlight off.
Do the others do the same?
Why?
I gave mine to Saint.
Yeah.
Saint has my
I think
flashlight.
we only have
so...
2 flashlights current. I assumed Jules had hers. Honestly.
Yeah, it's on my belt.
Yeah. Yeah, Jules, just indulge me. Just turn it off real quick.
Okay. I'll turn it off.
Okay.
The room is dark. You see nothing.
Okay.
You hear footsteps.
Can I turn it on again?
Yeah, sure. From the way we came?
No.
From where?
From behind you.
Did
I
someone come
whip
in here
around.
with us?
Wait. This is a very tense and scary moment. From behind me, where I'm standing at the pool?
Yes.
Oh shit, I get away from the edge of the pool.
The sound drifts away for just a moment. The footsteps are further away. You hear the distinct sound of a splash. There is nothing in the room.
There's no water in the pool, right? Or
Yeah,
The pool is empty.
the pool is empty because it's off season. Okay.
I've changed my mind.
Yeah.
It's a real fucking ghost.
Yeah. It sure is. This is my favorite part of any Parascience episode, where I think to myself, do I want to do something stupid?
Yes.
And the answer is usually yes.
Yes.
So I'm going to go back to my friends. I'm going to hand Alistair his flashlight back. I'm gonna like pass Jules my journals. And I'm going to say, I'm gonna go into the pool. If I look like I'm drowning, or something very serious starts happening,
Come and save you.
well, yeah, if you, actually, I don't think that you should try and come and get me, because then you may also get got. What you should do is you should try and, like, pull me out some other way, like try and get, like, a rope. I presume there's, like, life preservers around. I presume there's, like, life preservers or something.
There's no water.
Yes, but it's not like they put the life preservers away, or like the
Do they have? Are there the kind of things where, like, the things that they use to mark the lanes, those little floaty ropes
something
with the
that, like,
floats on them? Are
or
those
something a lifeguard would use
in evidence anywhere?
Sure. I didn't mention this earlier, and I absolutely probably should have. I think all of the normal utility supplies and tools that you would see next to a pool are absolutely where they need to be. You would see the the pool skimmer, hung horizontally on one of the walls, that kind of thing.
Yeah. I assume they didn't put those away because it's off season. Because
all those things are around here, and because this is a large open space, I'm going to say that there are, and even though it's not outside, there are still like a number of like lounge chairs around. even though they are not all directly oriented toward the pool. Maybe there's even like a stack of one of them as they're all kind of folded out.
Cool.
This is a functional pool space. It has just not been used in a good many months.
Right. Yeah, so just find some way to get me out. I would say go get someone, but I don't know if I trust any of those jokers to scare the ghost away. And you guys don't have the training yet, so just get me out without getting into the pool. Sound good?
Okay.
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 So I'd like to go to... that's what they told me. So I'd like to go to one of the ladders that like let you down to the pool.
Sure.
How deep is the drop from the ladder? Because the ladders don't go all the way down.
No, I'm going to say that only goes in about 2 or 3 feet, and I'm going to say this is at least a 8-foot pool toward the bottom.
Okay.
Toward one end, 8 feet. Toward the other end, I don't know, 2 feet.
Okay, I'll go to the 2 feet end and like just drop in, and go towards where it sounds like somebody dove into the pool.
I'm gonna start recording and document Saint's little excursion. I will start quietly narrating what he's doing into the camcorder as well, as per what I'm just going to decide is the appropriate protocol.
Saint, you grab hold of those brass ladder handles, which are immediately frozen to the touch. They are, however, incredibly sturdy, and you are able to ease yourself down with relative ease, although the inside of your hands feel very sharply cold. When you think you are at a safe distance, you drop down into the bottom of the pool. There is kind of a weight across your body. There's a weight across your general body, as if you had ascended into an area with higher air pressure. It just feels heavier down here. Heavier and cold.
Okay.
There's no physical phenomenon otherwise.
Okay. So I feel the like weight against my whole body, not just like because I dropped in 2 feet. So like just where the line of the water would be. It's the whole body.
Sure, I'm going to say it's the whole body.
Okay. Interesting.
Something about you just feels compressed.
Heavy. So more like I am at a higher altitude rather than per se more like I am underwater.
Sure. Yes.
Okay. I'm just trying to... This is me and Saint trying to puzzle out why is this sensation happening, and is it tied to the fact that we're in a pool, or is it just general ghostliness? That is why I'm asking specific questions.
Sure.
So I'll say what I'm experiencing out loud. I feel a relatively heavy pressure, kind of like I am either at a higher altitude or underwater, across my whole body. It is colder in here for sure. The ladder was extremely cold. I'm going to try and wade in, quote unquote, a little further and see if there's any changes. I'm going to try not to go anywhere below where, like, I don't want to try and get my head under the line of the pool. I'm going to wade in a little further, and I do so.
Sure, then you get about 4 or 5 feet to a distance where if there were water in this pool, it would be coming up to your chin. And I guess you proceed no further from there.
And there's no change?
It is a little bit colder, but almost indiscernibly so.
Okay. I would like to roll empathy to try and like summon pull the ghost out, basically, to try and like speak with it.
Okay.
And do exorcism stuff. Okay. So that is a +4. And I am going to sing. I had a song, and now I'm stalling for time as I try and remember off the top of my head what it is. This is the downside of this cool bit that I invented, is I have to remember stuff off the top of my head, which I'm so bad at. I'm doing, it's The Hazards of Love 4, The Drowned, by the Decemberists. Okay. I rolled a 5. 2 pluses, a negative, and a neutral.
All right. On what skill specifically?
That's empathy. So I'm doing my exorcism thing.
All right. You go ahead and start singing.
I will not sing on this podcast.
No, I didn't mean literally. Fear not.
Okay.
You get about a verse or two in, and there is no noticeable effect on the room or your surroundings or your physical being itself. Okay. How do the other two of you react to this performance?
I mean, you've seen me do this before, I think.
We have seen Saint do his thing before. I'm
like white knuckle death grip on my flashlight. It's still off. I haven't turned it back on yet, but I'm like white knuckle death grip around it because my hands need to be holding something. Otherwise, I feel absolutely useless.
I'm filming and am sort of giving a brief, sort of keeping up a narrative commentary so that if somebody watched the video, they would be able to figure out what was going on. I am gonna say that I keep the actual information about Saint on the low side. It's very much a the subject is doing, is attempting X as an exorcism kind of a thing.
Mm-hmm. I think before I start singing, I say I'm going to attempt to call the ghost into being so I can communicate with it rather than I'm trying to exorcise it, because I did promise the concierge I wasn't going to exorcise anything. I was going to determine if anything was dangerous. So sure. So I'll say that's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
And I started doing that, and there's no noticeable reaction.
I'm going to say I'm also listening very intently to the surroundings to see if I hear any other phenomena around us, triggered by what Saint is doing, but not necessarily in the pool.
There is nothing that you can see.
Okay. I would like to wade further in then, as I continue to sing.
You wade further in, and nothing seems to be happening.
Okay. Even when I get to the far end?
Even when you get to the far end.
Okay. Then I will start backing out of the pool, facing the center of the pool, not turning my back towards it, much like you do with the sneaker wave.
After a few moments, you hear footsteps again, this time distinctly coming from the entrance to the pool. It is 2 pairs.
Oh, okay. I stop singing, I get out of the pool, because that, to me, that indicates, there's people coming now.
I whip the camera over there.
Yeah, cool. I get out of the pool and I go back over to my compatriots if nothing happens to me as I'm getting out of the pool.
You see kind of coming out of the shadows, or rather down the corridor, 2 individuals who are only in silhouette at this point. You hear kind of a deeper, older voice kind of bombastically guiding the other voice deeper into this pool room. Now, don't worry, we have a place for you to set up. It should have you a clear view of the phenomenon, and we're very excited for whatever findings you may locate tonight.
Hey, do I recognize that voice? Okay, good. It's not the concierge.
Not the concierge!
That's all I care about.
It's okay. I have my really heavy flashlight. I can knock him out if we need to.
Oh my god.
No, I go back over to them and I kind of stand between them. I don't want to push myself to the front, but I'm standing with them and I pick up my shit. I'm just gonna wait for them to show up. We are effectively blocking the way into the pool right now, I think, which is very powerful of us to be hey, fuck you.
Nice.
This is our pool. We got here first.
All at once, the entire chamber absolutely fills with light as one of the light switches is flicked on. These massive overhead lights just fill the room completely, and all of you are a little bit dazzled.
Mm-hmm.
But you can get a firm glance at the people who are coming out of the hallway. One individual is a little larger, a little older. He has kind of a almost an old timey dress to him. There is a large brown vest over his dress shirt. Um, he has a book in hand and a kind of a big white gray beard. The other individual is tall and a little lanky. He has kind of a polo shirt on, and he is carrying two very large kind of equipment boxes, not unlike you would see, musical instruments or various sound equipments being transported in.
Cool.
The larger man kind of looks into the room and goes, "Oh, I didn't realize this room was occupied. Are any of you lost? I don't know if anyone else is supposed to be here."
My apologies. My name is Saint Garcia Flores. What was the name, Ben, of the concierge? I did ask for it, and I, Matthew, have forgotten, but Saint would not have.
I believe he gave you Tom.
Tom, okay. I am an exorcist. I spoke to Tom at the front desk, who gave me permission to kind of take a look around with some of the other folks here today. I'm afraid I heard from someone else where the haunting had happened, and I came to check it out.
Oh, that's very interesting. I was not informed that we had an exorcist visiting with us tonight, but Tom let you in, you say?
Whoever was at the front desk, yes. The badge said Tom, so I presume that's who it was.
Yes. Thomas, indeed. Well, all right. Well, I suppose that is his call. I wasn't informed of such a. I wasn't informed anyone else was joining us, but if it's all right by him, I'm sure it's all right by me. He extends forward a large and hairy hand toward you.
Sure. Saint flashes his most dazzling grin and takes a hand and shakes it and says, "Yes, I was a super last-minute addition. I'm so sorry about that. I have promised to only determine if the spirit is dangerous. I will not be performing any exorcisms unless asked to, so you promise I won't be getting rid of anything I shouldn't be getting rid of."
Yes, of course not. We
Their source of income.
Yeah, right.
I know that we have a number of individuals who are looking forward to studying this phenomenon, so I'd very much rather you not eliminate it. Mason Wright. I am the ship historian and librarian.
Well, a pleasure meeting you.
Saint has to assure people that he's not going to throw away the modern art installation of trash. That's what's beautiful.
Yeah. Even if it will be better for it, I have to promise not to do it. Yeah.
Sorry.
Excellent. Well, a pleasure to meet you. I'm sure I will have questions for you later, if I may ask them. And I turn to the other gentleman. I'm like, I'm sure you heard my name. I'm Saint. It's nice to meet you. What's your name?
Mason Wright, ship historian and librarian.
No, I was talking to the other guy with the boxes.
Who's the gopher?
Oh.
I look at this guy and I'm like, I have immediately forgotten your name. Fuck you. Tell me. No. I'm introducing myself to both guys.
Brian. Boy. Well, I said it.
It's Brian.
The kind of taller gentleman who looks a little younger than you kind of shrugs both his arms up, indicating that he is holding these very large cases, and just goes, I'm Brian. I'm with UCLA.
Oh, okay. Well,
college-educated boys.
I know these college boys. Well, don't let me get in your way. And Saint stands to the side. You know, it sounds like you've got some. Sounds like it looks like you got some heavy equipment there.
He kind of wrangles his way around you and says, "I'm sorry, I need to set this stuff down."
Yeah, totally get it. Oh, I don't. I guess I'll look at Mason then and say, I heard there were like maybe 5 or 6 other folks here tonight. Do you have an exact count of who's here?
Well, yes, I do. This is Brian Kent. He is a doctor at UCLA who is going to be working with us to document the ghost. And I believe we also have a photographer coming in this evening. and a expert on kind of local folklore. I assured management that I was enough for this job, but they wanted to bring in a second source. But I believe that's it. It's a relatively small council that we're keeping here tonight. So you can imagine my surprise when it is effectively, and he gestures to the both of you, doubled.
Ah,
Yes, of course. Our sincere apologies once again for kind of the last minute additions.
It's,
I
it's quite all right. I guess it's not your fault. If anything, I need to have a word with Mr. Thornwell about, well, sending me memos every once in a while. I have a fax machine in the library, and I don't know why he didn't just let me know.
Oh my god.
I'm sure it must have just slipped his mind. I kind of just blew in the door, and I'm sure you all were pretty busy tonight. So, he was extremely extremely helpful. I wouldn't be too hard on him.
Quite right, quite right. Well, I appreciate you all being here. I know that we are going to wait till sundown to begin the investigation completely, but I don't know. I feel I ought to shuffle you out of the room.
uh,
Sorry, go ahead, Alistair.
oh, yeah, no, Alistair's gonna kind of poke out from behind Saint and just say, I know everybody's got setup they gotta do, but I can't stand to not to indulge my curiosity. Does the resident expert have any pet theories as to what this could be? Any lesser known historical tidbits that you don't share with just any tourist?
Go ahead and roll rapport or
Hell
contacts or
yeah.
anything. Yeah.
They are the same bonus.
I was gonna say your rapport's pretty decent, isn't it?
My rapport is pretty decent. Oh fuck! I forgot to turn the fucking overhead light on in here, so jabroni rolling in the dark. And that's fucking cock. So 1 second, hang on. Oh, that's actually pretty good. That's I have to do math. Hang on. That's 4.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, because I got two successes, two successes, 1 fail, 1 neutral, which makes it a 1. But then I have a +3, so it's a 4.
Oh well, sure. I mean, I would be happy to enlighten you as to what I've seen in the past and what we've documented in the past. We have a number of we've had a number of sightings throughout the years. Some before this place was ever even a hotel. There is the rumored haunted stateroom up on the 6th floor. There are the rumored cold spots and yelling around the bulkhead doors that swing themselves shut. There's even some of the pools have been known to have had a weird kind of echo phenomenon. But we've never really had anything in this pool in particular until a matter of a few weeks ago. Of course, I normally give the tours myself, and were this a normal tourist day, I would gladly expand on all of the phenomenon that we experience here. But all I can tell you is that whatever we're experiencing here is brand new to us. If there are any historical phenomenon in the grand history of this hotel and cruise liner that led us to this spot, well, that's what I've spent the last couple of weeks trying to decode. Whether it was an unfortunate accident or a murder, I can't speak to that. But whatever happened to her, I'm sure we'll figure that out in part due to the documentation tonight.
Oh yeah, gee, it's we sure are lucky to be here for something this a new haunting at a place that's this famous is sure is an occasion.
Of course. We don't fully know what caused it. Some spirits take a long, long time to form or to materialize for the first time. It's hard to say why this one's different. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. Well, I don't. Of course, we don't want to get in anybody's way, but and like Alistair's whole demeanor has gone to very like he's kind of he looks kind of like sheepish, and he suddenly looks like an overenthusiastic like graduate student vibe.
I love him.
Yeah, it's just the whole thing is very. It's just a very different vibe all of a sudden, and he just looks very excited and awkward.
Geek.
Yeah, he just slips into geek mode,
which I'm sure Saint and Jules both notice. I guess I can't speak for Jules. Saint definitely notices and is like, "Oh, bud, this is your whole thing, huh?" So he'll say, you said her. Were you referring to the spirit?"
Yes, the woman.
Ah, so you've seen a more solid form. We just saw the light in the video.
Yes, I'm afraid that one of our maintenance individuals leaked a video to the YouTube, and this is we were hoping to keep this a little more under wraps for longer until we had a firmer idea of what this entity is. You know, we didn't want the he stutters for a bit. We didn't want the tourists to come on here and just be staring at a weird horizontal light without any context. That's not what they're paying for, you know. In recent weeks, after that video went live, I have been spending more time down here, and I can assure you, I have seen a more physical form, and it is indeed a woman.
Do you have any video or photo that I could look at, possibly?
Oh, no. I can't figure out those darn things.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's why Saint has me.
Yes, and also my lore master myself. And Saint, like, puts a hand on your arm and, like, kind of pushes you forward and is like, you know, just pushes you towards him, like, you know, if you want to talk to him more, like, go ahead.
Yeah, just one more thing, because I don't want to take up any more of your clearly very valuable time. But the fella who took who took that video, I mean, I totally understand if he got the boot after that whole business, but does he still work here?
He's one of the few people aboard the ship.
Really?
We run a bit of a skeleton crew during the off season. Of course, my office is on board the ship, so I I still clock in whether or not the hotel is open or not. But there's a handful of us here. We have some cooks and some wait staff and some cleaners, even when we're not running full steam ahead. Oh, pardon the boat pun. This isn't a steam vessel, but because boats, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, so he makes the boat joke, and yeah, and he just and Alistair kind of like does a kind of a cute little shrug, and he gets like a genuine laugh, and he's like, oh yeah, you know, 2012 Bakewell Regatta runner up, we almost had him, so it's nothing quite like the small ships, big ships. There's nothing quite like them. Anyway, we'll definitely get out of your hair, but I was just wondering, the fellow who took this video, if he's on board, do you get a name? I might just, you know, kind of. I will admit to being a little bit of a fan of anybody who's had a real live ghost encounter. That's how I started tagging along behind Saint here. So I'd love to hear about it straight from the horse's mouth, as it were.
Yes, I'm sure. I don't believe he wants to speak to the press, though. I think it was a bit of a traumatic experience for him, and even so, I've had more time with the ghost myself, and I think you could easily direct all questions to me.
Sure, yeah, absolutely. Well,
you know, he's a
private guy. Totally understand.
Yeah. I mean, you know, he's an employee of the vessel. He's not salaried. We don't expect him as part of his duties to be prepared to talk to the press at any given moment.
Oh yeah, I mean we're not. This is I mean,
Sure.
I'm not talking press. Oh yeah, no, I'm not talking press wise. I'm just talking like, I like a good story swap.
Well, I'll be happy to provide. I'm the ship historian and storyteller, after all.
And you've got a pair of listening ears.
Wonderful. Well, I have other business that I need to see to tonight, but I will be back later tonight with the other guests as we begin the investigation into what's happening here on our pool. I don't know if you have free reign of the ship. That might be something you may need to check in with Tom. I know they are serving dinner later, but I'll leave you be. Try not to get too worked up about the ship. I know we're going to have a long night, he says as he begins to walk out of the room.
Okay.
Thank you for your time.
As he is all the way gone, Alistair's posture and demeanor go right back to the very upright, reserved, what you're used to.
You little
nerd.
You little Peter actor, you. Now that's which is the real Alistair, Jules? Do you think it's the geek, or you think it's this guy?
Oh, that's a really good question.
Maybe it's both.
Maybe it's both. He just hides it. He hides it for us because he wants us to think he's super cool and stoic. But inside, he's just the boy who loves his boats.
God bless you. God bless you. And Brian's still setting up stuff behind us, yeah?
Yes, he is.
I can tell you right now, Snape's not going to know what any of that stuff does. Well, he might know what some of it does. It is canonical that he does watch BuzzFeed Unsolved.
What you've been listening to was Parasites, a glimpse into a world unknown. It was an actual play horror adventure told to you through the Fate system. Our players were Ezra Kay as eyes-on-the-ground agent Alistair McAndrews, Matty Trumbo Gomes as capable young man St. Garcia Flores, and Nikki Boylan as monster in the woods Jules Ortiz. As for myself, I was your game master and disembodied voice, Ben Hamlin. I also produced this show, just for you. Our theme song was by the incorporeal Johnny Ronaldo, and our logo was created by the haunted visage of Tara Bossart. The show is brought to you by Infinity Break, where we're telling stories our own way. You can follow us on social media at InfinityBreak23 and check out our website and all our other tabletop shows, alive and dead, at InfinityBreak.net. We appreciate your listening to this program. If you'd like to help the show succeed, there are a good many ways to do that. You can help spread the word about this show on social media or by simple word of mouth. We have a Patreon at patreon.com/InfinityBreak, where you can start donating to Infinity Break for as little as $1 a month. We appreciate your support and promise a good deal of behind-the-scenes audio. And finally, if you listen through Apple Podcasts, don't forget to leave a review. Reviews help us rise in the podcasting charts and help more people stumble across our show like a body in the woods. That's all for now. Let Parascience drift into the back of your mind and let the Queen Mary rock you to sleep across the dark waters on which it rests. We'll be back in 2 weeks.